Yo, I got a cricket outside that won't shut the hell up. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I don't really care. Oh, never mind. He actually shut up now. Anyways, it's been quite a while, guys, since I've done like a manga review. I mean, it's been like a month and a half. So yeah, I've been slacking. I've been hiding from the grind. But I'm back now, and now I have like about 4 chapters now to review. But you know what? We're gonna get that done today as efficient as possible. So let's get it. That cricket's really pissing me off, bro. Like, he's making too much noise. Like, I get he's trying to mate right now, like it's mating season, but he's just like messing up my video, man. So chapter 132 takes place after the events of the Falling Devil, and we get to see more panels of Nagita at school, and she's out here just demolishing this disgusting school lunch. School lunch is the worst, man. Like, the only time I ate school lunch is when they were serving that disgusting dry ass chicken sandwich. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? That dry ass sandwich. That should be hitting when you're hungry though. That should be busting when you're hungry though. That should be hitting the spot. But that shit do be dry as fuck though. And Nagita's out here using her powers to, get desserts from other students, which is pretty relatable. If I had her powers, I'll be doing the same thing, so I can respect it. Then out of nowhere, we get a whole bunch of soldiers walking in the classroom with guns blazing and shit. Like, what are you doing? This is a school, bro. Out here scaring the kids and shit, trying to steal our flow, our American sweat. Okay, let me calm down. Chill. After that, the chapter cuts to Asa, and she's out here in the hospital. She looks to be alright. I mean, she got a little bit banged up, but it's not a big deal. And apparently there were like 2,000 people that were reported dead. That's crazy. I mean, they're not dead. They're reported missing, but come on now, bro. They're not missing. They're gone. What surprised me about this chapter was to see the cult following that Chainsaw Man really has. This dude has a whole church devoted to his name, with people willing to die for him. That's crazy. I mean, there's people like this in real life, so that part doesn't really surprise me. In other notes, apparently Haruka and Famine are working together. Well, I wouldn't say they're working together. It's more like Famine is using this dude to be a voice in public, to get a message across. Also, what is this hand? This creepy ass little hand. Look, I don't know what that is, but it's going to be important later on. Then we cut to Denji being tied to a chair. This dude Yoshi was so freaking weird, bro. Like, why is he almost butt-ass naked? There's no reason why this man should be in his boxers. So apparently Yoshida is the one that ordered the SWAT team to the school. I mean, bro, there might have been a better way of doing that. Swatting the whole school for one girl seems a little too crazy, a little too much. So this chapter ends with Yoshida threatening Denji. I mean, bro, this is a threat. Basically, if you don't comply, your people and family will not be safe. Like, dude, that's the whole threat. Anyways, let's move on to the next chapter. So in chapter 133, we have people protesting out in the streets. At the same time, they're out here fighting with people from the church. I don't understand why these two are having a meeting outside. Wouldn't this place be loud as hell? With everything going around? I would have picked the most secluded area, but that's just me. So Yoshida starts explaining that the Chainsaw Man Church has been getting popular over time, with the number of people reaching 20,000. Jesus. And most of these members happen to be young people. It's also revealed that politicians are also helping this church out, which is a bad thing. Because if you guys remember, the more a devil is feared, the stronger it gets. So using that same logic, with more people loving Chainsaw Man, that means he'll get weaker a lot more in the future, which isn't a good thing at all. So knowing that, Yoshida tells Denji not to turn to Chainsaw Man anymore. And asking Denji not to turn into Chainsaw Man anymore, it's like asking him not to live anymore. Being Chainsaw Man is a big part of his life. It's who he is. You see, Denji feels like people don't care about him. And for the most part, he doesn't really stand out, so it is kind of true. But when he turns to the Chainsaw Man, it's completely the opposite. People love Chainsaw Man. Well, for the most part they do. For the most part, not all of them. So when he sees people start treating Chainsaw Man a lot more differently, it makes him feel special, it makes him feel a certain type of way. And when you really think about it, it is the main reason why he wants to be Chainsaw Man in the first place. He wants to feel special, needed, wanted, just like anybody else. And this man Yoshida, like, I kind of don't fuck with him, bro. Like, yeah, he's pretty interesting and everything, but at the same time, this dude's an asshole, bro. He's really making Denji choose. Well, it's not even a choice. This is an ultimatum. Ultimatum. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that shit right. But of course, Denji can't choose. This is life and death for him. Did this man just pose? The fuck? Speaking of funny shit, bro, like, this is the first time I've seen Yoshida actually stress the fuck out. Yo, he's stressed the fuck out. He's losing it, man. Oh, snap. That's hilarious. Oh my god, his whole plan just backfired. That is hilarious, man. Holy snap. So Yoshida's like, yo, Denji, you get it, right? You understand if you keep turning the Chainsaw Man, we are going to kill Naruto. So you do understand, right? Right? And I love Naruto's reaction. She's like, what? What? Yo, whose man is this? So the chapter ends with Denji telling Yoshida to fuck off. Honestly, this chapter was kind of funny, man. But enough about that. Let's move on to the next chapter. So in chapter 134, we see Denji walking through the streets. And he looks pretty jaded, man. Looks pretty tired. And not to mention that he's hearing all these mixed opinions of him on the streets. So I guess that's part of it. Back at home, Denji tells Naruto that he's not going to turn the Chainsaw Man anymore. And obviously she's confused, so she asks why. And he explains that he has everything he wants in his life. Food, a house, school. He's pretty content. It's like he said, nothing beats a normal life. And Naruto's like, are you sure about that? Are you absolutely sure? And he's like, yeah, 100%. Then later on, we see him trying to come to terms with it. Even asking Poshita, or was it Poshita? Poshita, I don't care. But he asked him, he's like, yo, is this something we really wanted? Furthering the point that he's trying to convince himself. So later on at night, he can't sleep. So he watches TV to pass the time. At the same time, there's like a debate going on between the Chainsaw Man Church and some old ass motherfuckers, I don't know. Some politicians, fuck it, I don't know. So they basically start debating about Chainsaw Man, on how he's having a bad influence on the youth. Eventually during this debate, they bring up that they're gonna bring Chainsaw Man to better explain himself. But of course my boy Denji's excited. He's like, oh shit, they wanted my opinion, oh shit. But obviously it turns out not to be him. They got a 6 foot tall, buff ass, handsome ass motherfucker. I bet you when he takes his shirt off, his muscles be chiseling. No homo, obviously. And this whole thing has my man breaking down crying. He even woke up Naruto. That's crazy. But honestly, I don't blame him. I'll be damned if somebody else took my credit. Ain't happening here, buddy. That shit ain't happening here. Anyways, enough about that. Let's go on to the next chapter. The last one, too. Yay. So in chapter 135, we actually start the story with Asa. We haven't heard or seen her in a while. So while she's in her house, she's listening to the whole Chainsaw Man commotion on TV. And she's like, hold on, wait a minute. There's no way this handsome ass, buff ass, tall ass, gorgeous ass young man is Chainsaw Man. There's just no way. Then she starts romanticizing. I mean, this girl falls in love way too easily, man. Like, no joke. I can go to the store, right, and buy her a box of chocolate and hand it to her, and boom, she falls in love. Which I ain't complaining, you know, it is what it is. Beggars can't be choosers. I mean, shit, even the girl Yor agrees with me. Mind you, she's smacking on just plain bread. That is crazy. I have never seen some shit like that before. But today she's in a good mood. You see, with the tension growing higher each day, especially what happened with the Fallen Devil, the people are scared, angry, and frustrated. And usually when you mix those three together, you get a bit of violence. But eventually it becomes enough to the point that it may start a war. So obviously with the fear of war coming back, that means Yor is going to get a lot stronger. And she's going to fight Chainsaw Man too. But you know, blah blah blah, same more shit. I don't know, bro. Like, revenge is so... It's tiring. Like, I don't know. Like, you just... Having that same mindset all the time, it just becomes so freaking boring. It can't be me. That's what I'm saying. It just can't be me. Then we have Asa out here having flashbacks. Yeah, she's out here down bad. But it gets worse. She's out here coming up with full poems in full detail about that night. Even my girl Yor's embarrassed. I mean, Jesus Christ. And out of nowhere, this girl appears. Like, the hell? This man Fushimoto, like, every time you feel like these characters are going to meet in a crazy way, he does the complete opposite. I mean, come on now, bro. Like, she just popped out of nowhere. It's just so anticlimactic. I mean, I just want these characters to meet in a cool way. But I do find it kind of funny that she's always hungry. Because it makes sense. Because she is the famine devil. But apparently she's here to help. By helping Asa and Yor at the same time. So apparently Famine wants to help Chainsaw Man live a regular life. By killing all the devils. Thus making him weaker. Because eventually people will forget about him if he's not fighting any more devils. And eventually, hopefully, he gets to live a normal life. Also, Famine wants Asa to join the church to help out with the cause. And also repay the debt. In this chapter, we also find out that there's 2 Chainsaw Men. At least there's 2 separate beings. With Pochita being the Black Chainsaw Man. And Denji being the Red Chainsaw Man. I mean, we kind of already knew that. They both may share the same heart, but they're both separate beings. So apparently, if Yor wants to fight the Black one, she has to turn the Red one into the Black one. By turning the Red one into a human. If that makes sense. So both Asa and Yor have a better chance of making their wish come true if they join the church. And they don't want to at first, but eventually they go along with the plan. Then it cuts to the next page with the news reporting on Asa slaying devils. And my boy Denji is confused or angry at the same time, I don't know. I mean, she's low-key taking up the spotlight, so I would like low-key assume it's a little bit of both, but I bet you he's more confused than anything. Anyways, I'm all cut up now, thank God, and I'm about to hit the hay because it's like 1 o'clock. Alright, I'm gonna wake up in the morning, edit this shit out, and get the shit done. Anyways, it's your boy Kike. I'm out. See you later. I don't care what anybody says, but my glorious King Gojo is not about to lose this fight. Alright? He got the shit in the bag. He's not about to lose to this fraud.